Hi, guys, and welcome to your December 2019. This is going to be the general love energy read for the beautiful sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius, you are one of three signs that actually got two oracle cards. We're going to jump right into it. A couple of announcements. Thank you for your well wishes on my sickness. Apologies to everyone that was affected by it. I am back and better now. Thank you very, very much for your well wishes. The 11/11 special, the link opens up on the 4th, guys. What you will be doing is booking a 20-minute reading for $11 on the 11th. These are night readings only. Link is below. And all of the information that you need as far as the ins and outs of booking and scheduling will be on your confirmation page upon booking. Okay. I don't want to spend too much time on that. And if you want to keep up with what's going on with Marve, please, I encourage you to take a look at the community tab for the tribe, which is out on YouTube. And the second line of defense will be on Facebook. Everything is below. The cards that I am using is below as well. Let's talk about it. You got new beginnings and you got purification. Okay. Collectively, as a body of people, I did channel some messages. Those messages and the most important message for each one of these words will be below as well. Gateways, miracles, and illuminations. Everyone is going to be experiencing one of three or all three in some way, shape, or form in their energy from now until the end of the year, which will catapult us into going into our new decade, okay, 1/1/2020 and beyond. So what I want to go ahead and say is that looking at your energy here, it is interesting to me how you've made a mistake, but in that mistake, sorry for the banging, in that mistake, you're still longing for something or someone else, or you're longing for an out of your situation. Why do I say that? You're longing for a new beginning. You're longing for a new beginning. You really want to transition. You're trying to be a little bit smarter about some of the decisions that you've made. Trying to come into your own understanding as to an awareness of what took place and compartmentalizing things and putting things where they need to go. You're desiring growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That's what's trying to take place. Okay. And I do see that you're going to go into that. Let's go ahead and read the descriptions of these so we can get you out of here, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I'm sorry. I will say, tapping into your energy, you know, you really are desiring a new beginning. And again, I think that ultimately, if you allow yourself to grow, as this card indicates, expand your horizons and expand your awareness and consciousness, you'll be able to achieve the new beginnings that you crave. Your life is expanding in profound and wondrous ways. New experiences and ideas are emerging. Vitality and wide open opportunities are at hand. You're being guided, Sagittarius, to seize the day. This is a perfect time to begin that new project or give birth to an emergent idea. Timing is everything, and the time is now. Anything and everything is possible. Good fortune awaits you. The rising sun is the ultimate symbol of the Yang principle, expanding power and activity. You are radiant and luminous. There is a glow within you that can be felt by all. This is the second thing that indicates growth. Okay, new beginnings, growth, expansion that's been mentioned in the description, and then growth and expansion in the heart of the matter with this Empress card, the birth of a new idea. We'll get into that. I just wanted you to see that, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and talk about purification here. And I think that you'll be quite amazed as to what exactly this means. So it's funny that they came out together. You're one of 3 zodiac signs that got 2 oracle cards that came out together. Okay. Purification. It's difficult for new vibrant energy to enter your life if it is clogged by an old, outdated energy. Cleanse and purify. Okay. The body in your physical space. It's a great time for a detox, clutter, clearing, cleansing, and space clearing, Sagittarius. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly. Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, thoughts, words, and deeds. Decluttering is a modern day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. Remember that. This card can also represent abundance, as a flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is the time of expansion. So that is everything that surrounds you right now. This is a triple confirmation that things are ready to grow, expand. There is some purification that needs to take place as a result of your energy. Let's get into it. The very first thing that we have here is the King of Wands. That is definitely you. Okay. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius energy here. You're very passionate about what you want naturally. Ideas flow out of you. Okay. You have some things that you want to do. But again, you have some challenges. You're actively walking away from what no longer serves you. Maybe you want to take a trip to clear your mind. You have these 6 swords. You're trying to transition. You're trying to move away from it mentally. And again, this Empress in the heart of the matter indicates the birth of some things that's new. If it doesn't, maybe there's pregnancy, a new pregnancy. This is an energy of wanting to breathe new life into a situation, or this Empress represents a person. We shall find out. I think, unfortunately, right now, this is indicative with this 7 of Cups energy that this is a byproduct of the clarification that needs to be done. The purification, the cleansing of having all of these options, but realizing that none of them are viable. And as a byproduct of those options and bad choices, or pursuing one or more of those options in that 7 of Cups and making mistakes, that's where the 3 of Swords has come in. Now, remember, this is general energy. So if this doesn't represent the energy that you're giving off, then this is the energy that's coming toward you. So with that being said, if you don't resonate, Sagittarius, with this 3 of Swords, remember, 3 of Swords doesn't necessarily mean you feel stabbed in the heart or a flat out betrayal. It can also mean loneliness. Okay? It can also mean loneliness. So I want you to look at that. And I think that a byproduct of these bad choices or pursuing the wrong options that is represented in this 7 of Cups card kind of left you feeling lonely. And, you know, if you don't necessarily feel lonely, then that's definitely what your actions made someone else feel. A peek of the past indicates that there is something that maybe is not represented in this card that you should be focusing on. But there are some lessons that you had to learn, because forgiving and learning are worth waiting for are here. Divine timing is at work in your love life right now, and there are some lessons that needed to be learned. I believe those lessons are a direct correlation with some of the bad choices that's represented in this 7 of Cups, just to let you know. And that is exactly what I think has been happening as a result of all of the bad decisions or decisions that didn't serve you. I don't want to give them a category and say good or bad. Only the people that you're connecting with has a real opinion about what your choices have done. And unfortunately, there has been a lack of effort. You're being guided to make the effort, so you know what you have to do. But there's been some deception and red flags along the way now. And I think, again, all roads lead back to these options. All roads lead back to the options, your options and your past choices. Okay. There's some red flags that's represented, and I think you've pursued some of these options and or people represented in this 7 of Cups, and as a result of that, You've been a little stagnant, and have not been able to grow. I'm going to clarify both of the oracle cards with the souls of blockage cards in a second, but I want to talk about the bottom of the deck. So there's been a fight. People in your business stopping your growth. People giving you bad advice. Taking action. So this is not me assuming. Taking action that didn't serve you. Taking heed to everybody else's advice instead of listening to your own inner voice. And if we look at this Queen of Swords, this is either an energy that's coming towards you that's very exact and that sword of truth is being yielded, or this is what you need to do for someone else, Sagittarius. Either way, underneath there's been a blockage. Okay, so before I show you the bottom, this is the card that's nearby. Okay, so the top of the deck indicates that sword of truth is coming out, and you're now laying truth on these situations with this Five of Swords. And I think ultimately there has been a betrayal here. A betrayal of the person that you're connecting with the two fives, and also a betrayal to yourself. Because if we look at that Four of Wands, there's been an energy that is surrounding you that's represented by these two cards, both now and in the future. So what happened previously is there was action. That was betraying action. This is conflict, quarreling, and competition. Okay. So the 2 C's and the Q is in your energy, and you're trying to move away from that. That will explain the action that took place that resulted in our Three of Swords. However, the conflict surrounds around these options. Okay? However, if I put this card back where it was, and we look, in your energy right now, you're trying to move away and lay your burdens down. You go from the 5 to the 6. So you're actively working toward this so you can get to your 6. You're actively walking away and putting your burdens down and deciding that's that. And the only way that you were able to do that was because of this Queen of Swords energy. You had to be truthful to yourself. You had to look at the situation from a truthful perspective, because that's the only way. So what you realize when you dug deep is that unfortunately you have to purify yourself from those red flags and start listening to your inner voice a little bit more. You have to purify yourself from that deceptive energy that's been surrounded around you, and all of the people who presented themselves in a way where they are wearing a false self mask that does not serve you and led you on into thinking that it was something else. Once you purify yourself truly and release, again, what does it say? It says it's time to your new beginnings are clogged with outdated energy. Okay? In order to get to this growth, you have to release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. Oh, I love that. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. And deed, that's action. Yes. New beginnings is being clarified by friendship. If you hurt somebody that was close to you, I think, or someone hurt you, I think that ultimately what's happening is that underneath it all, maybe you realize that you lost a friend. But again, there are some people, by choosing the energy in this Seven of Cups, you possibly lost some people that were really there for you. I ultimately think that this person that you're connecting with, that could be this Empress energy, is what you're waiting on. but I don't know. I feel like you want a new beginning with a person too. Clarify this purification for Sagittarius spirit. I feel like you possibly want, okay, we got two things popping up. Oh, yes. It's challenging. It's been very challenging. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And absolutely, you have to purify. You have to let these old patterns go and surround yourself again. What did that say? Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself. It's going to be challenging. That adversity card says it. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. If you don't love it, let it go. I think that's the bottom line. There are some options here you don't love. They presented red flags. They were deceptive. You didn't love it. You didn't love it. And you have to learn how to pour your energy in what you love rather than having the option. Something is attractive in being able to pursue the options. But if you don't love it or use it, let it go. And I think that's what I'm going to call it. This, because I want you to understand that your growth is incumbent upon you purifying your energy. And I think that all of my zodiac signs pretty much, and you'll see with these pre-recorded videos, I already know what the overall theme is, but because it's already been recorded for you. But everybody is having to go through if you don't use it or love it, let it go type of declutter. Us all. Every single one of these videos is talking about letting something go. Again, gateways, miracles, and illumination. The overall theme for this last month of this decade. We're moving out of one decade and going into another. It's very much so about if you don't love it or use it, let it go. You have to declutter your energy the same way you go through your pantry and throw things away that you no longer use. When you look at that expiration date, it's easy for you to just throw it away. You need to do the same thing. This energy that is presented here is expired. The energy in this Three of Swords is expired. It's expired. The energy in this betrayal and this backbiting and listening to what everybody says and actively taking actions to be messy or whatever this is, whether you're giving it out or it's coming towards you, general energy. It's time. This is expired. This has expired. It's time to purify yourself. Ultimately, honestly, I think all of that stopped this growth. This is where you were at one point. I feel like this represents a higher level of commitment, and for some of others of you, it represents marriage. Something got blocked. Let me let you know what blocked that happiness. Your options. You made the wrong choice. You made the wrong choice. Accept it. You made a mistake. I think ultimately this is what you want, and you want it with this person. It could be. You let me know. If this doesn't represent a pregnancy, which I really don't feel because I don't see it anywhere else, I really do feel like you're laying your burdens down now again and you're moving forward. Or you're trying to. But you lost some friends along the way. I want to tell you this, if this does represent a person in this Empress card. The best advice is to go back to trying to rebuild your friendship. Try to like that person again and try to rebuild the friendship before you automatically put too much pressure on yourself to make this situation perfect. Gateways, miracles, and illumination. All of that's going to assist you. Okay. This is beautiful. This is really a beautiful, beautiful card, and a beautiful reading. I love these two cards together, so that's where I'm going to leave you. I think that if you purify that energy, you'll walk into your new beginnings. Okay? So, I certainly hope this resonated with at least one Sagittarius out there. I want you to like, share, subscribe to my tribe. Everything that you need is listed below in the description box. The cards that I'm using, how to contact me, everything you need. As far as channel 2, your channel 2 messages will be uploaded. You will, and that is going to be your astrology snip for December, which I'm very excited to bring you. We're going to go into everything, and then in that description box too will give you, certain verbiage that I use. Everything will be down there, but you can find out what's going on in the sky in a couple of days. I'm going to leave you with new beginnings and purifications. And I will see you here next week, Sagittarius, when I let you know what they aren't telling you. Bye, Sag.